Well, the sun is coming up and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful fine day. Look at that sky. Absolutely beautiful blue. But the thing is, what is on the ground is a frost. Frosty, frosty. It's only 2 degrees. 2 degrees and feeling cold. Puppy won't even come outside. Usually you'll see her running around in a video. Not today. She's decided to stay inside. It's too cold for her. My interest in the frost may seem bizarre to you. I don't know where you live, but where we live, it does not get this cold in the middle of winter. This is strange weather. And this is the fountain. Wow, there's... Oh, that is a lot of ice. Wow, that's quite thick. That's 4 mils thick. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I was not expecting 4 millimeters of ice on the fountain this morning. Gosh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Let's keep that in mind. I hope it doesn't kill the tulips. They're ready to open. This is our wheelbarrow, honestly. And this is the other wheelbarrow. Oh, it's very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Christmas trees. Oh, that is so pretty. It is very frosty today. And look at this icicle. Just look at this. It's like a bow. It's melted. And I have a handful of icicles. Ah, they're just so beautiful. They are just stunning. Sorry, where we live it is very rare to have ice. Very rare indeed. In fact, it never snows here. Once, only in my lifetime. We go to the mountains if we want to ski. It's usually very temperate. And these flowers just came out last week. Unexpected cold snap. And guess who's come to join us? Yes, it is frosty outside, which is why we have our little blankie on, a little commando suit. Yes? Good girl, good girl. Today I'm working on the frieze that will go in the entrance hall on the wall with the, what I consider to be the beautiful marble paneling that I completed last week. This will go up the top. It will be temporary. I'll just nail it up and it will come down when I've managed to afford to buy the extra pieces of molding that I need to go around the wall there. I just love this frieze. I think it's beautiful. It's been a lot of work and I've still got some work to do. I'll share a little bit of that work with you, but not too much to bore you. Okay, first thing, take the nail out. That just keeps it from going dry on the inside. I've made a little good use of wet wipes. I've made this on a little angle so it works for me. And this is the same white stuff that I've used. What's it called? No More Gaps. For the ceiling. When I put the ceiling up on the roof there, all the little gaps and things were filled, and around the fox there. So, see the sun has come up. Yay, it's beautiful out there now, and the frost has just burnt off. But let's have a look at this. This is what we're about today. There's a little gap under here, and what I wish to do is to fill that. So we go around like we are icing a cake. Well, my kind of cake. Halloween cake. No room. Chocolate. Now the real art is not getting too much on there, because every time you get too much on, you have to get it off. So where there's extra like this, we scrape it back as quickly as we can before it dries, because when it hardens, it's on there for good. We make a nice edge of it, and then I usually use this to scrape away the extra. I really don't want to damage the grey paint, because then I have to paint it again, and it's quite hard to paint all of these little areas around here, so it's easy to be more careful in the first place. And the other thing is using a wipe. You can wipe it off, but that doesn't always go well, as you can see. This is a labour of love. It's made in a more permanent material than if I had used plaster. Plaster gets wet in the damp. Plaster, you know, you've seen all those old real chateaus where the plaster has fallen off the walls and lumps on the floor. Well, this will come off in one piece and you could stick it back up. So get that to go under there. As you can see, that piece is not stuck down, so we will tend to that. Up there, and a little around there. Too blobby, and sometimes if it won't stay down, I'll put a weight on it. Now, some of this is not as smooth as I'd like. It actually really has a handmade in plaster look to it. That was because there were little air bubbles that formed, and then I filled them with some of the stuff, or some more of the gun glue, and it's left little ripples. So now I'm going to use this with a slight bend in it to shave them away and get it nice and smooth. Just because I'm a perfectionist. Get it as nice as possible. It's high up on the wall. People won't actually see it by looking up. So I don't have to be that careful, but I am. It's just who I am and what I do. Now I'm just going to hand paint all of the touch-ups. I'm working here in the drawing room simply because it's the warmest room. Going to get the paint and just touch up all the little places I've made smoother. May need a couple of coats. What are you doing? What are you doing, little one? Yes, you are. It's a vacuum cleaner, because we have been busy working. We're trying to get the rest of the house to look as nice as this bit. This one bit that looks nice. So, almost a fait accompli. Let's go and put it on the wall. I make such a mess of the house when I'm doing work like this that I have to do it while the lady of the house is out, because otherwise she can't stand it. And you don't tell her, do you? You wouldn't give the game away, how the house looks when she's not at home. Anyway, we're focusing on that up there today, and let's make it different. As you can see, I inserted the panel in the top up there, then I've had to create a frame around behind where the tapestry is. I still need to plaster that wall. I'll paint that probably white or maybe the dark grey, I'm not sure yet. I'll make that up as I go along. That's looking to that wall from the interior of the drawing room, and above the door is the work I did before on the door lintels. That panel needs to be inserted and I need to wait for Rupert to come and help. There's the finished look, except for the white paint. And we need to touch up that little top corner there and get some more of that little moulding there. I need to make quite a number of them, 6 for the bathroom and 4 for here. We're now just looking at the chandelier and the other work that I've done. For those of you who have become interested in my channel, there's like 1,400 views on my most recent one in 2 days, whereas where I showed this work before, there'd only been 64 people watching. So some of you may not have seen the house and the rest of it. So just beyond the Art Deco bronze lady there, you'll see the acanthus formation on the balustrade. That's what I've tried to interpret at the top. Keep it all looking similar. Nice view from the drawing room. Almost finished. But as you'll see, I've chopped another hole in the wall. That is all about getting it ready for the last piece of marble to go in. Nice garden photos. Au revoir. See you again next time.